Our final video on communication guidelines based on the stage that connections are in is going to be our nurture business. So these leads are not ready to buy today, but we've created enough value when we've met with them that if you pick up the phone and call them, they're going to remember who you are and they're going to want to work with you when their timeline is right. So we think about these in categories of time frame. So the highest priority is going to be somebody urgent, 0 to 3 months. They're not going to be in nurture. These people need to be in showing homes, appointment met, submitting offers. They are ready to go. Our active leads, again, these probably could be within that showing homes, submitting offers phase potentially. But if they are a nurture client, then the expectation for these are going to be bi-weekly. So every other week, we want you to reach out to them and have some type of follow-up, whether it's properties to send, whether it's market updates, interest rate updates, all of that. Our casual buyers that are looking 6 to 12 months out, the recommendation for communication is once a month with these clients. And then our long-term, this really once a month or once a quarter, anybody that's 12 months or more out. A lot of times these people right here that are in this funnel, if they see the right property, they could potentially be an urgent buyer very, very quickly. And so that's why having very, very valuable and high intent nurture is going to be huge within building your business of everybody that's within your database. So let's talk about nurture. So this is gold. We are talking about true nurture, building trust by being consultative, curious, and valuable. And here is a guide that we'll use for nurturing leads, blends our tips with practical real estate focused questions that you can rotate through as you're following up with them. So core principles of this nurture: care before knowledge, show you're invested in them before sharing your expertise. People will not care what you have to say until they know that you care about them. So again, be an advisor, do better than the average real estate agent, and really care about people, what they have to say, be an active listener. Be consultative, not salesy. Provide insights, not pressure. Make it a conversation. We want to ask great questions to where the lead is doing most of the talking. Have fun, laugh, be yourself, keep it light. If you're making nurture calls on a certain day of the week, know that these calls are going to be no pressure. I want to know what you've been up to. I want to know what your goals are. I want to know what your timing looks like, if anything has changed with your situation. I want to know how your kids are adjusting to XYZ, how you liked the activities that are going on in your neighborhood recently, all of those things. And then another last principle: leave them better. They should always feel more informed and more confident after speaking with you. Drop some knowledge, drop some value, continue to show them that you truly care about them and what's going on in their life. So let's talk about the conversation. What does that look like? Nurture really should always be phone calls. If you call somebody and they don't answer, yes, please send a text message of an opener like this. Use one of these questions. But at the end of the day, these should be phone calls. So we want to have a warm opener, friendly and casual. We want to ask curiosity-based questions based on what we already know about them. So I'm going to start with, the last time we spoke, you were talking about X, Y, and Z. Has anything changed with that plan? Is that what you're still thinking? And then see what they have to say. Drop in value, market updates, insider info, any advice, on timing the market, those type of things, what to expect in, the upcoming quarter, upcoming month. And we want to have a light close, set up a next touch, or send any additional info that they may have brought up on the call. So let's go into specific questions to ask. Regarding neighborhood and lifestyle, what neighborhoods are you most curious about? Have you spent much time in blank? It has some unique characteristics most people don't know about. When you think about your ideal area, what's more important? Walkability, schools, commute, or something else? Are you more of a quiet neighborhood person, or do you want something close to shops and restaurants and maybe traffic? So good things to ask there. Market and trends. Have you been keeping an eye on what homes are selling for in X area lately? You have no idea if this person is, really up to date on everything that's happening in their market, or maybe they have no idea that their home value is X and they have this much in home equity in their property. Are you curious how the market is leaning? Is it more of a buyer's market or a seller's market in their area? That's going to show off your microeconomics on one neighborhood to another. Oh yeah, if you're north of this street, homes are selling so quickly, but if you live south, you can expect to be, like double the time on the market. Would you like me to share a quick snapshot of recent sales so you can see how things are moving? Mortgage and financing, definitely a hot topic that is in the news, is in headlines every day. So we want to be the expert. Have you talked to the lender to see what today's rates mean for you? Oh yeah, last time we spoke 6 months ago, I think rates were probably maybe 0.5% higher than they are today. It'd be cool to check out, what that would do for your monthly payment. Are you more interested in keeping your monthly payment lower or maximizing the size of the home that you can buy? Do you know there are programs that help with down payment? Would you like me to send some info? Insider info and listings. Again, we are the expert. I know of a home coming soon in blank. Would you like me to give you a heads up before it hits the market? Maybe you know somebody looking in the area. Sometimes homes don't make it to Zillow right away. Do you want me to send you off market or coming soon listings? Have you seen anything online that caught your eye recently? Past clients, build social proof. This one is huge. Share your story. I just helped a couple in blank buy a home that had 7 offers. That's still happening in our market right now. Want to know how they won it. One of my clients is in your exact situation, just browsing. We found them the perfect place sooner than expected. We actually got a seller concession to cover the cost of breaking their lease, which was massive. Would it be helpful if I shared what other buyers in blank are running into right now? Digging into their why. Again, like you want to make sure nurture is warm. You're doing the follow-up. You want to bring up what they said prior, and that way you can relate it to what's going on right now. So keep very detailed notes. That way in another month, in another quarter, whenever you need to reach out to them, you're going to be able to pick up right where you left off. What do you think about moving? Is it space, lifestyle, schools, or something else? If you found the right place tomorrow, would you want to move quickly, or are you on a longer timeline? When you picture your next home, what's one thing it absolutely must have? Value adds to weave in. Again, I love this. I do this every day in my practice when I'm working with clients. What can you do to make yourself sound intelligent, updated on the market? You have a strong opinion about something. It doesn't always have to be right, but you need to have an opinion. And so talk about market trends, mortgage tips, neighborhood insight, insider listing info, and personal story, client success, or a funny moment. Quick, hopefully you're watching this video and you can text me and let you know that you watched it. I had the cops called on me about a week ago at a showing. Was actually training one of our advisors, and we opened up the door. The alarm was going off. I couldn't figure out the code. I told him, I said, oh, I've never had the cops called on me. Hope it's not today. Hope it's not the first time. Finally got the code, but by that time it was too late. So we were actually outside talking about brick, structure, roof, all of that. We go back inside and there are the cops waiting for us. And he did not believe that I was a real estate agent and we were touring the property. I had to show him like 3 different types of proof that my showing was confirmed, and here's the agent's communication with the code, all of that. So you always love to say, oh, never have I ever had this moment. Never have I ever had the cops called on me until about a week ago. So that was fun. All right, wrapping this up, a checklist for every call. So after every nurture call, let's think through these things. Did I make them talk more than me? Did I provide at least one piece of value? Did I make them laugh or smile? Did I keep it light but informative? Did they hang up thinking that agent is helpful, knowledgeable, and someone I'd want to work with? So leave you with that. Those are going to be your best nurture follow-ups, because if you're doing all of these things and if you're reaching out to people proactively on the cadence that we have set up, you will grow a robust nurture business. All right, thanks for watching this series. I'll talk to you soon.